Hello and welcome. How does a large organization of over 400,000 people reskill its staff, and that too in a matter of just 18 months? And we're talking about a large number. We're talking about almost 150,000 people who've been reskilled to meet the challenges of the new digital age when it comes to IT services company. Well, joining me to explain and understand, help us understand how is Dr. Bhaskar Ghosh, Group CEO, Technology Services at Accenture. Of course, the only company which has such a large staff strength as well. So, Bhaskar, tell us, when you say reskill, when you say you've rotated almost 150,000 people in 18 months, what does that mean? What exactly happened?
So, in terms of that, when you talk about the rotation, first we talk about the rotation of the business. That means the kind of work what we do, it has to be in the new. So, we define the new as digital, cloud, security in some of those areas, and we believe that we have to rotate our overall business as fast as possible into new. And as of today, 55% of our revenue comes from the new or digital. Now, if I service to our client in the new, I need people with the relevant skills, which are the new skills. And when it is new skills, it is skills in data, cloud, securities, IoT, blockchain, artificial intelligence, all of new technologies. So, that is always a challenge in an organization, that you can't sell in the new unless you have a people and the capability, and you cannot build that capability unless you sell. So, we have cracked that code, and we have aggressively sold in the new. At the same time, we created the talent rotation framework, so trained very large number of people in the new. And for that, we created the digital platform for the training, so the people can learn from anywhere in the globe, and there are investment, and it is also supported by a huge investment in terms of the dollar investment to this talent rotation.
So, tell us, walk us through one specific example. Let's say an individual who was working on a legacy technology and how he or she transitioned, and what would it have taken?
Okay, let's take take a very simple example. Let us take an example that we have somebody maybe doing the work on testing, manual testing. I know that with last few years we have completely automated the testing, and I don't have much of a manual testing left. So, what do you do with those people? Do we sack them? No. So, we rotated them, so they can, we have trained them in the new technology. They can do the maybe automated testing, or now we are talking about more of artificial intelligence. To support the artificial intelligence, we have come up with a new offering called Teach and Test, where you teach the artificial intelligence engine with the data and then test. That is a different methodology, different skill. So, for that I have rotated my people who is to do the manual testing into this. So, this is just one example.
And you are saying that transition is simple, as in, because people, this is on the skill grade or the skill scale, this was very low to maybe going to mid to high.
So, it is the first of all that it depends on the talent. So, historically in Accenture we believe that for every role I tried to recruit the best talent. So, that talent strategy, long term talent strategy has helped, and it has to be supported with right level of training, right level of hands on training as classroom training, things like that. So, you need that investment. We invest almost $1 billion, close to little less than $1 billion every year only on human capital development. So, that is a huge investment for this talent rotation. So, this is one example when we talked about the testing. On the other side, you talk about the platform like SAP, like Oracle. So, all those platforms are now rotating to new. SAP is going to HANA, it is going to more of our in-process computing. It is talking about the Leonardo, the new more IoT based thing what SAP has launched. Now, I have the thousands and thousands of people in SAP. Now, I have to rotate them so that they are conversant with Leonardo, they are conversant with IoT, they are conversant with cloud and the SAP HANA. So, that rotation is important, that rotation has to do in the speed. And also in Accenture, when we talk about the rotation, it is not only about the technology rotation. It is not only about technology. Like when I transform a client's engagement from SAP to SAP HANA, it is not the technical migration we talk about the business transformation. So when we provide training to these people, we provide training, technology training in context of an industry and the business. I think that creates that combination.
But are these 150,000, trained, or is it still work in progress because something new is still coming up and there's still new waves of AI and ML, for instance?
So the question is that training is a continuous process. It is not a one-stop that you train and that is it. It is a continuous process. We call it learning organizations, learning culture. But what we do that in our data we track that 150,000 plus people have got rotated to new, and other people are getting engaged and learning at this point of time. So we have a very clear certification process, so that you have to complete X hours of training, X number of subjects, and so on and so forth. Then only I will qualify you in the new. And after that, once you are in the new, then you have to continue to learn. So learning should not stop, because in this industry the continuous talent upgrade is very, very important.
Right. So for those who thought that examinations were last given in college or school, they still have a lot to go.
It is always, I learn every day, I expect everybody else to learn every day.
So, and that's the question I've been asking some of your peers as well. So how are you reskilling yourself in this
It's very important.
age?
Like, personally what I do, every 6 months I pick up one of the areas where I invest my personal time to learn. Because the question is that if I do not understand the technology, I will not be able to drive the team and in the right direction. So it is very important that every leader in the IT industry should pick up that the areas of their interest. It is not that one particular area. There are many areas we can pick up of their choice. Need to pick up and spend time.
What have you picked up?
So I have recently spent time on blockchain. I recently spent time on cloud. Recently, I'm working a lot on the we call as the intelligent platform, primarily for SAP and Oracle. So it is all exciting.
Right. So as you look ahead, what are the 2 or 3 things that you're watching out for as trends or mega trends, external, internal, global, national, that could affect things either in a good way or maybe not?
I will say that if you talk about, if the question is related to IT services industry, I will say that there is a huge opportunity is in front of us. Okay, so I see that opportunity in terms of whole technology landscape is changing. When you are talking about in artificial intelligence, we are talking about machine learning. These technologies were there for a long time. It is not new, but it has come to a maturity today so that it is relevant for the commercial use. And is it in the full maturity? Absolutely not. But the question is that a lot more use cases and application will come, and we can, the IT services industry can capture that. If you talk about the last few years of growth in the whole industry, what we have seen, it is primarily driven by digital. Digital is driving the growth, but digital is nothing but custom. It is a custom development with multiple technologies. What about the platforms like SAP, like the core transaction platform, like SAP, like Oracle? So these platforms were not rotated in the past. But last few years, what we see that SAP is rotating to new. They have come up with a HANA, they have come up with a Leonardo. The Oracle is completely moving into the cloud, so that is new. Now just think that how many customer has got the platforms like SAP and Oracle and Microsoft as their transaction processing base. So it's a huge number. So it's not matter of choice, but it is only matter of time when the people will rotate to new. So everybody need to rotate to new to stay relevant in the business. So it is all about the IT services industry to rotate and capture that. So I will say this opportunity is immense. So, but only thing is that it is different. It is not old thing. So one need to understand that what is new and change the perspective accordingly, so that they will remain relevant in the future.
Bhaskar Ghosh, thank you so much for speaking with us and sharing your views.